What's up, guys? So what we have today is the MOLLE 2 Assault Pack. Now, for the longest time, I never picked one of these up simply because, by the looks of it, I always felt like it was a flimsy pack. The shoulder pads always looked a little too thin, and the back support as well. And for that reason, I never really decided to purchase it until recently, because I got a fairly good deal. Now, I know in the US these probably go for $5 or whatever, but where I'm from, the price range is anywhere between 40 to 60, an average of 50. Now, I purchased this for 35 with shipping, and it ended up being 41 euros, so a 40 euro pack pretty much for a pack that is in really good condition, like new almost. So I figured that was a fair deal, and I figured, yeah, why not? I'll pick one of these up. I might as well see what it's all about. And I figured I'd just make a quick episode on it and give you my first impressions. Now, I've already started pimping this out, or at least, adding to it. But obviously, at some point, I really want to dye it. And I haven't gotten around to it yet because usually I do dye jobs during the summer when it's nice and hot, and I can spend the whole day out, outside and just, going through the process of dyeing this pack, drying it out, etc. So I might have to wait a little while for the full pimp my pack episode, so to speak. But yeah, let's get into it quickly. At least, my findings so far. Now, overall construction, I absolutely love it. I actually have to say, this is really well constructed, man. Really well built. Now, the shoulder pads are a little thin for my liking, but they are super rugged, super comfortable, and actually kind of spongy, like it's not just fabric, and I believe my, what's it called? My Sandpiper of California bug out bag has similar thickness of padding, but that's already a bigger pack, whereas this is a smaller pack, and it feels like it has pretty much the same amount of padding, which isn't much, but it's, bare minimum is what I would say, bare minimum padding. But I don't know if that'll translate to discomfort or how this will, ride eventually. When I take this out for a hike, I'll definitely make a first impressions review of it. But so far, just by looking at it, I'm actually liking this a lot more than what I thought I would have. Because that's the thing, I was actually looking to pick one of these up to use as a backpack. But then it has PALS webbing on the sides, and I figured, you know what? I have a couple of pouches, which actually I came across in two separate occasions. These are the side pouches of a Blackhawk Titan hydration pack. One utility pouch and one canteen pouch. And I came across the utility pouch ages ago. And the beauty of it is that it's a little sun faded. This is OD, but it's pretty sun faded. As you can see, guys, it has patches of coyote brown now, and the webbing turned coyote brown as well. So it's nice. It's a little faded like that. And then I came across this one, which was also faded. So nicely used but not abused. It just gives that nice look. And I'm thinking, if this were to ever get dyed, it would be nice if it, let's see if I can show you, if it has this kind of tone, if I end up replicating this, which would match fairly nicely the sun faded OD. So I'm hoping to replicate that eventually on this pack, and I feel like the sun faded OD pouches would actually work really well, because I don't really want to put canteen pouches, even though these will be used for canteens. I want to keep it multi-purpose. Like if I want to use this for the city, I don't want to have canteen pouches. I'm not going to do anything with that because I'm not going to be using canteens in the city. But I may want to store gloves, tissues, snacks, what have you, whatever. So yeah, I want to keep this a bit more versatile like that. And then on the inside here, guys, is the other thing that I was always dubious about. By the way, let's mention how cool this is. These two straps. At first I was like, what am I going to do with these? Well then, obviously, look at that. Fits a hoodie perfectly. And that's really neat, actually. Really, really neat. Because, I mean, everyone talks about how you can lash stuff at the bottom, you know. But really, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to be lashing any sleep systems or anything like that. This is a backpack, and I'm going to use it as such. I don't really want to accessorize it all that much. If I need a sleep system, I'm already thinking I should need a bigger pack. But up here, if you just want to throw your hoodie on or something like that, that's perfect. So yeah, just a really neat little feature, I have to say, guys, that I quite like actually about this pack. But let's get into it. So grab handle, quality, nice, sturdy, burly grab handle, quality webbing, well stitched. The fabric is superb. As you can see, guys, look how crisp all of this looks. Really excellent condition. And one thing about this zipper that I wasn't sure of, because when I saw these big teeth, I was like, they feel like they could either get stuck along the way or, some of these might pop off, eventually in time, with use. But to be honest, this is as smooth as can be. And the beauty of this is that, look at that, I can just rip this apart. See if I can. There we go. Beautiful when I'm able to do that, just rip it open without having to actually unzip it. You just tear it open and, the zipper just, opens, allows for smooth opening even with rough use. So yeah, guys, going back to the pack. So it's got this really thin bit of foam, which is probably like a centimeter thick, maybe even a little bit less. But then what really worries me is this frame sheet here. As you can see, it's not perfectly straight, as you can see. And so over time, I'm assuming with use, see, look at that, there's a crease already from someone, from the previous owner, whoever just bent it. And that's stuff that I really don't like. So I'm thinking I need a little bit more back support. And what I ended up doing is using the front part of the dummy plate as extra padding and extra, support, to keep the whole thing a bit stiffer and just not allow for the plastic to bend either way. So, and it fits literally just right. Look at that. Squeeze that in a little bit more. Perfect. And it's the front plate, that I put upside down. As you can see, it really follows the contour of the pack. It fits perfectly for this. And I use the back plate, for example, for the Spec Ops THE pack to reinforce the padding at the back, and that worked really well. So I figured I've got the front part, and that seems to be literally fitting this pocket absolutely perfectly. So I figured, yes, makes use of that, and adds a bit of extra support and a little bit extra padding. This is really thick padding in there, guys. So this should help with with not allowing for, the frame sheet to get all bent up. At least that's what I hope. It should give it extra support. Otherwise, as you can see by itself, it's still quite malleable, and I don't want this bending and then creating even more of this uneven surface, all these creases and such, that then even if you bend back into shape, it's still never as good, So what can I say, guys? Overall, though, I mean, need I say more? Quality of the webbing. This is US mil spec, which is, for me, at least the golden standard when it comes to webbing and when it comes to gear in general. US made gear is really, really good stuff. And I have to say, I was initially not impressed with this. Like, at least from other reviews, I thought, yeah, just a standard backpack. Nothing exceptional about it. And yes, it is just a standard backpack, but it's so well built, so rugged, and yeah, I absolutely love it. This pocket as well is excellent, It's absolutely beautiful. The zippers work really nicely, and this front pocket, for example, I accessorized it already with the pack cover that I showcased a while back. That was supposed to be for 45 liters. Where was this? There we go. But it really fits a 35-liter pack. And I checked online. This is a 37-liter pack. So, and it fits it absolutely perfectly. So I figured, you know what? There we go. Making use of that, and fits really nicely in this top pouch right here, or this front pouch, right? And yeah, guys, what can I say? Overall quality, just by the feel of it, man, I just love this fabric. Excellent quality, excellent materials overall, with the US stamp, real crisp and brand new, basically. This feels like a brand new pack, which is really nice. So once I dye this, yeah, I think these two pouches, because I had these two pouches, I didn't take them off a pack. I just sourced them individually, one at a time, and then I figured what to do with them. Well, this scenario, in this case, I think they work really well. And they're only ever so slightly longer than the pack. As you can see, they're not completely flush with the bottom, but it's literally maybe a centimeter or two we're talking about, tops. It really doesn't make a difference, especially when you lay this down. It doesn't, it works. It still works perfectly fine. But overall, my first impressions of this pack is that I'm a pleasantly surprised, really pleased actually with the overall construction of this pack, which at first, at least until now, I always thought was just a basic pack. And like I said, it is very basic, but it's just so well built that I have to say this was excellent value for money. Yeah, and I can't wait to dye this. I'm hoping eventually to replicate that camouflage and, hopefully get something similar on this pack, which would be pretty cool. But that will be for another episode at some point or other. But what can I say? Is there anything that I'm missing? There's not really a review or anything like that, guys. I mean, there's tons of them out there on YouTube. But overall, I thought that, for the most part, the weak points were the frame, this plastic frame sheet, and the shoulder pads. And I'm going to have to see how this rides with and without the extra padding that I put in there, to see if it makes a difference and just how much of a difference it makes. So that'll be the real test, to see whether or not it needs improvement in that aspect. But otherwise, I have to say, I really like this pack. I have to say, I've just grown fond of it overnight, pretty much. Just because now that I have it, I'm able to really see the quality of it, and I think, wow, actually this is really well built. I'm just hoping that it rides as comfortable as as when I don it, and it feels nice so far, but obviously we'll see whether the shoulder pads are thick enough or whether they're going to start causing issues, chafing and what have you, or if they're decent enough padding, and in that case they should be good to go. And yeah, just the frame, just want to see how it rides without the frame, and with the sorry, not without the frame. I want to see how it rides with solely the frame sheet and the padding provided, and then as also to see just how comfortable it is with the extra padding provided there by the dummy plate. So what can I say, guys? Just a quick video, just a quick intro as usual. I'm sure you know this pack. You've seen other videos out there, so there's no really point in going over every single little detail. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there that have better general description of this pack. But so far, I'm liking it. Is all I can say. So far, it looks like a really neat pack. And yeah, this is a 37-liter pack, so it's almost, I think, identical to my Fly Industries MOLLE A3 pack in terms of the capacity. I just figured I wanted an extra one of these because why not? It was at a good price, and I could have fun dyeing it, and I just wanted to check it out, and I'm happy that I did because I'm liking it so far. I really am. All the little features, ports, what have you. But what can I say, guys? Enough of me babbling. These are all the small additions / mods that I've come up with so far, and we'll see if that if they're necessary, however, if whatever you do to it doesn't matter and it just still is terrible or whatever. I don't know. I'll see how this rides. So once I do, I'll definitely make a video, and you can see for yourselves. So all I can say for now is thanks for watching, guys. And as always, I will see you on the next one.